You know, I find places like this all the time, and all I have to do is just take a few minutes and drive down a dirt road and kind of investigate what this stuff is about. And it's so cool that I have the time and can do this, because I would have otherwise just drove past this and never even knew it existed. But I kind of keep a watchful eye out now and watch for these kind of things, and I don't mind driving a few miles down a dirt road to find them. All right, to get to Amache from I-25 south in Pueblo, Colorado, take exit 100 for US 50 east. You travel about 140 miles or 2.5 hours, and you'll come just within a couple of miles west of the town of Granada. You'll see County Road 23.5 on the right-hand side. Just follow the sign leading into the camp and enjoy. All right, we're here in the town of Amache. Amache was a Japanese internment camp, and there's not a whole heck of a lot left, but this thing takes up, I don't know, 500-600 acres. It's pretty big. But here you can see some of the foundations and stuff out there in the field and whatnot. And I guess they kind of lived in cardboard houses. They packed a lot of people in here during World War II. And unfortunately, if you were Japanese, you ended up in an internment camp like this. Drive through Camp Amache, located on the high prairies of Broward County in southeastern Colorado. It's open year-round to visitors. Drive through the entire camp. Read the interpretive signage, see the towers and a few of the old barracks and more. Gorgeous prairie scenery, lots of open space. Had I known this was here, I would have stayed the night last night. Thinking about doing it tonight. Okay, yep, that indeed was a guard tower over there, so that we see off in the distance. So we'll check it out a little closer. We'll stop and get out and see what this says. Amache Japanese-American Relocation campsite covers over 10,000 acres and was used as residential, community, and administrative buildings. Also, agricultural projects for more than 7,300 Japanese Americans that were relocated during World War II. Following the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, President Franklin D. Roosevelt authorized the forced relocation of Japanese Americans living on the West Coast. Over the spring of 1942, some 120,000 Japanese Americans were evacuated and placed into temporary assembly centers before they were transferred to more permanent and isolated relocation centers like Granada. Granada opened up August 27th of 1942 and reached a peak population of 7,318 by February 1943, and in fact became the 10th largest city in the state of Colorado. There were 8 towers. The towers' height were nearly 3 stories. Each tower had a searchlight, and the towers were octagonal shape, which was unique to Amache. When authorities deemed that the residents posed no security threat, guards were removed from the towers. Sentries continued to monitor the main entrance and patrol the perimeters, watching over daily activity and religious ceremonies. The guard tower is reconstructed based on the research of historical photographs. These towers were reconstructed by the Amache Historical Society, Amache Preservation Society, Colorado Preservation Inc., Friends of Amache, the National Park Service, the National Trust and Historic Preservation, the Town of Granada, and University of Denver Department of Anthropology. So let's go climb a tower, huh? You know, I find places like this all the time, and all I have to do is just take a few minutes and drive down a dirt road and kind of investigate what this stuff is about. It's so cool that I have the time and can do this, because I would have otherwise just drove past this and never even knew it existed. But I kind of keep a watchful eye out now and watch for these kind of things, and I don't mind driving a few miles down a dirt road to find them. But this is quite interesting. It's hard to believe that Amache, and I hope I'm saying it correctly, was at one time the 10th largest city in the state of Colorado. So it encamped a lot of Japanese people here. There are an incredible amount of foundations around here. I mean, they're everywhere. They've got blocks and blocks and blocks. It's actually laid out in blocks, as I showed in the map there. But what an incredible history here. I wished I knew about it last night. I stayed just about 20 miles up the road at a wildlife reserve, and that was really nice. I mean, I enjoyed it and all, but shoot, I could have stayed in a ghost town. Come on. Anyways, this like there might be a couple of residents left here in town. I see a few cars, a few vehicles, I don't know. Pretty run down places. Must be the town outside of the little reservation here. Anyways, this is Amache. What's left of it? Not much. Everything's pretty much gone. Alright, well, let's check out the next adventure. Don't know what that's going to be, but we'll find out soon enough. See you guys.